Good morning, I'm Robbie Crispin, and this is Quick Court, the fastest way to justice. We're here today for the case between the people and Jimmy, or, as he's been calling himself, Jamie Lee Marcus. The defendant is dressing as a girl in retaliation to an ordeal of teasing. And the 4th grade class of West Elementary School is complaining about it. "Jimmy, is that you?" cried Fred. "What on earth are you wearing?" "So I'm wearing a red wig and a flower on my shirt," confessed Jimmy. "Is that such a bad thing?" "Yeah, it kind of is," huffed Fred. "Do the people have anything to say?" "I know one thing," laughed Daniel. "I'm sending pictures of this to the yearbook committee." "Please rise," said the bailiff. "For the Honorable Judge Susan Triton." "Alrighty, let's get this case moving," said the judge. "I have 7 more cases to do today, so let's go on with the opening statements." "Fred, what is your opening statement?" "Well, Robbie, today is going to make quick court history," said Fred. "Because this morning, for the first time, a lawyer is going to switch sides." The others were shocked, and Jimmy was worried. "I'm sorry, Jimmy," called Fred, "but I'm a little too freaked out to be standing over there." "Fine," snapped Jimmy, "I'll represent myself." "So now it's your turn for an opening statement." "I just want to say that this whole case is due to discrimination. The others made fun of me just for my hair," he added. "And now we're here wasting a perfectly good Saturday morning. Because right now I'd rather be shopping," he finished. "I miss Jimmy," whined Fred. "Fred, call your first witness." "I called Daniel to the stand," said Fred. "Daniel, are you aware of the teasing that was done to Jimmy?" asked Fred. "Yes, I am," muttered Daniel, "because I took part in it." "Could you please explain some of the teasing that was done?" "I can do that," said Daniel. "The guys and I were teasing him for his haircut. We told him it looked girly. And even though he told us to stop, we didn't," he admitted. "And then yesterday he came to school dressed as a girl. That's all I have to say," he concluded. "No further questions. The prosecution rests, Your Honor," Fred told the judge. "Then, Jimmy, please call your witness." "I call myself," announced Jimmy. "Daniel's answers are correct," said Jimmy. "The other kids would not stop teasing, so yesterday I came dressed as a girl." "Hold it," said a voice. It was the guy from the newspaper. "Now, seeing as I am with the local newspaper, I should know one thing. Exactly how does dressing as a girl make them stop teasing you?" he asked Jimmy. "A good question, my good man," said Jimmy. "When they teased me, they called me a girl. And being a boy, that really hurt. Therefore," he continued, "I figured that if I became a girl, I thought it might not make the teasing hurt as badly." What a bizarre theory. Let's see what the plaintiff has to say about this. One of Jimmy's classmates spoke up. "I just want to declare that to me that makes no sense whatsoever. And my IQ is well over 150. "I agree with Gary," said Fred. "That makes no sense, Jimmy." "Well, what would you do?" cried Jimmy. "I tried everything to make them stop teasing, and they didn't." "Was it too much to ask to be a little nicer?" he begged. "Well, when you put it like that," Daniel murmured. "Well, Jimmy, I still find it pretty weird that you came to school dressed as a girl," began Fred. "But what I do understand is how much it hurts to be teased, even when you tell them to stop. And I thought I was being desperate when I tried to get my bullies to stop," he concluded. "This is by far the strangest case that has ever come into quick court," confessed the judge. "I'll see what the jury has to say." The jury talked it over all afternoon. And then they told Judge Triton their decision. "The ruling is in favor of the defendant," she announced. Unfortunately, the quick jail is occupied today, so we will have to do something else. The plaintiff will have to enforce new rules against teasing. But only if Jimmy gets rid of that outfit. Case closed. The class went home. And Fred spoke to Jimmy. "First, Jimmy, please take off that wig and flower," begged Fred. Jimmy happily did so. "Secondly, Jimmy, I want you to know that I will never abandon you like that again. This case taught me that we're not so different, you and I," he admitted. "And I could have told you that flower did not go well with your hair," he chuckled.